Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Brigadier Darman, who wanted the Gundam ground-type weapons rack in the standard RX-78-2 Gundam colors. The only places that doesn't really line up on its built-in, on the color mapping in GBO2 is the shield. Of course, the ground-type shield has absolutely no bearing on what the Federation shield looks like, and also its blue is tied to the chest's blue, so nothing I can do about that. And the V-fin is yellow because it is tied to the chest vents. That said, there were definitely illustrations of the original Gundam that had a yellow V-fin. So, and just like I said, this is legit as close as you can get in GBO2's color separation. So, I am in the level 4 ground type in a 450 room on the mass driver facility. And this one gave me trouble for a while. I thought I almost had it about a week ago, and I went back and looked at the round and it was not quite there. This one turned out pretty well. I do miss some shots, but overall it's a good round. There's a couple of places where I managed to shoot around my allies really well, and I'm very happy with that because not stunning your allies kind of like a key thing to winning the round, I feel like. This is an interesting team layout too, because we've got a G-line full custom, I believe it is. That's the one with the beam, with the double mini beam sights, isn't it? 2 Pixies, me and a Gundam Alex. So yeah, really kind of an interesting setup there. So enemy team does have a Pixie, but mercifully it does not end up finding me most of the time. I was really happy that a shot did not stun one of our Pixies, who also was able to capitalize and finish off that enemy. So yeah, like I said, so far so good. And yeah, again, this is one of the old school suits. It could probably use some touching up here and there, but slap enough overtune parts on it, and it holds up relatively well. 96 against a heavily armored gun cannon per round on the Vulcans, I think is pretty good. The Vulcans and the flash bomb can be fired while boosting. It's definitely too far away for the flash bomb, though, so I'm just going to hopefully, pepper it with whatever shots I've got left. Yeah, there's that. There's the Vulcans, and as I recall, I fall just short of being able to finish this before it gets me. Like, I really shouldn't have dug in there. I should have just run away and maybe called out the support unit since we have 2 Pixies. But yeah, sometimes when you've got a line on something, you get stubborn. As it is, though, it really looks, I believe number 3 is about to hop up there and deal with the gun cannon. I'll know if it says anything about support. Support, there we go. Because, yeah, I did a ton of damage to that, and I was definitely going to get the assist on that. So, yeah, so far we are ahead by about 2,000 points, which is not bad at all. And, yeah, brain. But, yeah, I would love to get ahead a couple of days again here. I am really just kind of, I'm recording this this voiceover at 2:40 a.m. on the day of publication, because yeah, I'm just, some of the stuff I've been playing has just been a struggle lately. To be honest, if I'd gotten the victory earlier and had a round for that day, I might have tried for something better. But since the first round came out relatively well, I decided I'd just roll with it. But like I've said before, I like to give my best performance for people who are, kind enough to support me on Patreon. So yeah, this is, I don't think I'm going to do any better than this round with a Gundam ground weapons rack at 450. So that Gundam has knocked me down. The Gundam, of course, it's been buffed, got a really good buff a little while ago, and it is vicious. Luckily, that was not ally was down. Nothing I did could do any harm to it. Unfortunately, their downed suit was enough space to keep me away from my slashing that Gundam, which might have been enough with type advantage. Even though the beam saber damage on the Gundam ground weapons rack is not enormous, probably would have been enough. That said, I got it, and somehow I am still alive, so I'll deal with that. I can live with it. Let's see. Good. Tag that. There's the gun cannon. Yeah, the flash bomb does not really have the range to be used at the ranges I'm trying to use it with. I lucked out there. The last Vulcan round connected and got that gun cannon just as the last of its rapid fire cannon got me. So, I'll take an even trade because I wasn't going to last much longer either way. And now, yeah, one of our pixies just came back in. Our G-line just jumped in too. So I'm going to drop down there and see if I can do something useful in a second. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, bunch of the enemy teams right here. So if I'm lucky, I can land some useful shots. Well, there's one. And yeah, 130 to whatever that is per round. So yeah, I have the level 1 overtune part, and I believe levels 4, probably 4, 3, and 1 of the ranged mod, and whatever else I could fit in there, which was some a little bit of melee defense, I believe, and that's about it. So I just went for damage because I wanted to I wanted to knock some legs off here if I could. I'm not sure. I might actually damage some feet here and there, but yeah, right now, yep, there is a pixie on the enemy team. I think that is one of the few times we encountered each other, and I am fine to leave it that way because the round directly before this, I wound up fighting a lot of pixies. I might have one of them on my team this time, in fact, but also I did manage to steal one the enemy pixie's suit in that round, and I think that may have been the round where I just managed to get a shot like underneath the arm of one of our mobile suits and take something out beyond it. But I can't really fault how this round has come out because we've done a lot of good damage. I think I missed our pixie. The good news, of course, is maneuver armor does block the stun of friendly fire as well if you're boosting, but of course you have to be boosting. And just remember that beam sabers will I can't believe that missed. Beam sabers will always stun through maneuver armor, so just be careful meleeing near an ally even if they have various stun defenses, because it can be a problem. It's a mistake I make. I think I'm about to make it now. Yes. Well, I'd say that's fair because I managed to scoop one out from under the G-line just a second ago. So, yeah, we can take turns. But since I figured the G-line and the Pixie were going to move in close, I'd just keep my distance this time, try to coordinate a little better, and it is working out. And there's a pilot who was just hanging around throwing flares. I've done that when we were just slightly behind and I didn't have time to respawn to. But also, yeah, I don't feel like dealing with that either, so. And going to get one last shot in that was not close enough to the Gundam's feet to do damage, but, we got it, so I will take that. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good performance. I hope you enjoyed it, Darman. And let's take a look. 37 out of 11,000. I think that's pretty good. 97k damage. And I went 6 and 3. Second place overall. I will take that. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. I ought to go back and get some of the 8th MS Team G-Frame kits. I have, of course, the GUF Custom because I wanted a new one of those because the MS in Action terribly limited. But I like the 8th MS Team, the other 8th MS Team MSIA. They hold up pretty well, in my opinion. But also, I haven't taken them out in a while, and I'm not sure how stained they may be. Because, yeah, I will just warn you, if you collect anything soft PVC, if anybody in your household smokes a pipe, stains terribly. That said, I did hear about a new kind of cleaning material I hadn't tried yet, though, so if I ever get around to using it, I will report back.